just be quiet here. We have Osage Varsity SMITE coming up here in a few minutes.
Oh, thank you.
Alright, we are into the match here. Again, Osage will be on the red side. And we are off in game number 1. With again Osage on the red side and Roland-Story on the blue. And the match is about to begin here. With it, we will start looking at Loki, Gabe Muller, and Baron Samedi of Caden Collins here as they look to take the speed camp to start the match. Looks like both teams will start with a fairly traditional start, with the solo laners taking their mana camps and the duos taking the speed camp, and looks like their support camp on that side. Now it appears they'll move to the red camp for Osage, taking the red camp right away. And we are into the match. Alright, small skirmish in the mid lane between the Cladona and the Persephone of Roland-Story, and the Baron Samedi and the Loki of Osage. Looks like the Cladona is going to stay around. Gabe Muller is left, and now the Cladona will leave. She went to the left side here. Ward's dropped by the Persephone. And we'll go to our duo lane here, the top lane, and look at to see what's happening here. So far, ooh, there's a shot out of the on her. Osage with a positive start in this lane. And the Guardians trading some health here. Both teams looking for that. Not much else happening. We have a skirmish again in the mid lane. The Cledona pushing the wave. Not much else going on. Just pushed in the mid wave a little bit. And we have a skirmish between the junglers. Gabe Muller's Loki and the Cledona. Both sides getting low. The Persephone rotates. Now Baron Samedi rotates. Both sides appear to be backing away. Persephone dropping. And it appears Osage will get that camp. Roland-Story looks to push in the mid wave. And Osage responds. And now go to the bot lane here as the Mulan for Osage against the Chalk for Roland-Story. And we have a skirmish there as well. And Osage's top lane duo had to back. Get this straightened out. And should be in good shape now. And a lot of damage to the Osage tower by the Roland-Story lane. They did a nice job taking some damage there as the Loki is here. Osage looking to possibly engage. Loki comes in. Here he comes. There goes the Cooper Kana. And it appears the Athena is the target. They are not able to lock her down. And nothing comes out of that skirmish. We go to the mid lane. Looks like Cledona looking to come through the wall on the Baron Samedi. She takes a tower shot in the process, but nothing else really amounts to it. Cledona taking some more camps. Alright, and we are at Osage up about 200 gold here at the 5-minute mark. We'll see how if this balloons either way for either team. And Osage pushing the wave. It appears the Cledona and Gabe's taking the oracles as Osage is trying to prepare for their trebuchet. Looks like the Cledona, they're going to pinch the Cledona. She uses her ultimate. Osage goes in, and there's a kill on the Cledona. Osage up 1-0 in the kill. And now up about 800 gold. The Gold Fury is on the map. Let's see what Osage decides to do. Persephone looks to try and posture, but Osage, I think, will just take the XP camp and walk away, and they will. Go back to the top lane here, and looks like they're going to go after the Persephone. Persephone gets her ult off on the Loki. Osage tries to engage there. The 2-on-1 is unsuccessful. We go back to the duo lane here, as it again looks like Roland-Story is getting an early push. Medusa doing a lot of damage early game. If we look at damage, Medusa is doing a nice job for Roland-Story. And we have, there's the on her ultimate. Cooper Kana comes in. There's the on her tower. The Athena is able to push away Osage's on her. And here comes the Loki. There is a flash. The Loki comes in. The Cooper Kana goes in. The Cledona comes in. There's a kill. Osage up 2-0 now in the kill variety. And push their gold lead to about 600 gold. And The Loki is about to battle with the Cledona here. Cledona looks to come in on the Loki. Loki tries to get away, and they're now engaging. And it's a 2v3 in this lane. Oh, it looks like a 2v2 now, sorry, so Kubrikana did back. The solo lane, it appears Riesackmeyer has the edge on the Mulan, and Gabe Muller has the second most goal in the game. Cledona looking to steal the Void Camp away from Osage. Kubrikana, there's the ultimate. They're 2v1ing on the Kubrikana behind the secondary tower. Osage, and there's a kill. The Onher looking, trying to get one back. They do get one back. 3-1 now in the kill variety. Gabe Muller does fall, but Connor Tomey avenges his death. Osage really pushed under tower there. They need to look to try and push back to gain some momentum in this mid wave. Again, up 3-1 in kills, up about 600-700 gold. There's the engage onto the Medusa. There's the ultimate, which does hit, but is not able to kill the Medusa of Roland-Story. Again, Osage up, and the kill variety, they're up about 1,000 gold in the early game here. Mulan backed in the top lane, or the bottom lane, and it appears Chuck looking to push in the wave. Mulan is back. I'm assuming used her teleport to get back in lane fairly quickly. Osage looks to be rotating the Loki up, and possibly it looks like Gabe might be looking to engage on the Chuck. And now keep battling up here. The Mulan battling against, oh, both teams have fully powered their obelisks, and it appears Osage is, and we have a 2v2 developing in the mid-wave. Cledona is there. The Persephone ult hits. Cledona hits. There's a kill on the Cledona. It's now 3-2. The kill variety. There's a blink out of the Loki. There's the ult out of the Cledona. And she looks to be coming through the wall after Gabe Muller's Loki. And she does not. Looks to just try and take a support camp. Does take the support camp away from the Green Devils and walks away. Osage still up about 700 gold, but their lead has shrunk a tiny bit. Osage has to be careful here. They may be a little overextended. Looking to pinch on the Cledona. And they appear to be taking... There's the Cledona coming through the wall on the Onher. There's the Cledona ability. And there's the Onher ult. There's the Cledona. And the Athena. And everybody's just able to back away. In this case, nothing else really happens. So far, close early game. Both teams about an 800 gold advantage for the Green Devils. Nothing
The fire giant has arrived.
overly big in either direction. Fire Giant is on the map as both the Gold Fury and the Fire Giant. Both teams have the opportunity to take that. And Chalk and Mulan battling, and it appears the Athena is able to use her ult to come there. It is a 3-2 match. Mulan looking, or sorry, Chalk looking to take the Totem of Ku. He does successfully take that to give his team a slight advantage there. Persephone has taken the gold lead in the game, the most gold in the match. There's the Cledona. The Baron's trying to come back. There's the ultimate out of the Baron. He's able to hit his stun on the Cledona. Cledona comes back, and there's the Persephone. Another kill for Roland-Story. And the Persephone is becoming a bit of a problem for the Green Devils. Now it's 3-3 in kills. Gold is pretty much even. Roland-Story takes a slight gold lead, in fact. Up, well, it's pretty negligible in either direction. Okay, both teams appear to be, this appears to be a very close battle as we expected it would be. Looks like Osage is preparing a dive in the solo lane. The Chalk is under attack. A 2v1 on the Chalk. Chalk looks to try and walk away. He's got a ton of health, but he does fall to the Mulan. A couple tower shots taken, but no problems. And a death for Mulan. And a kill for the Mulan. Osage now takes the gold lead back at about 400. Again, Persephone appears to be the carry developing for Roland-Story in the mid lane, as Osage looks like is going to do very well in the solo lane, as well as in the jungle. Both teams duo lanes towards the bottom in the gold charts, which is okay, as long as both are the same. Here comes a gank on the Persephone, and nothing comes of it. Persephone's able to just walk away, pretty much all of her health. And on her goes in. Here comes the Loki. And both teams appear to be... There's the ultimate. The Medusa uses her ultimate. Crowd control. The Athena appears to be sacrificing herself for the team, and she actually might get away here. Osage is not going to get anything out of that 3v2 dive. And now there's two members of Roland-Story rotating. Just one actually appears, and the Cledona looks to be rotating. And Cledona looking to come in. And Cledona looks to be coming in. Loki finds the Cledona. Both teams, there's a battle. And the Athena ult, very well used. 4-4 now. Roland-Story retakes the gold lead at about a 200 gold lead. They've gone in on the Medusa. The Medusa uses her evade and is able to just walk away. Nothing else will come of it. Osage looks like they're about to lose their mid lane tower, as the Persephone and the Cledona doing fairly well in that 2v2. Here comes the Loki. There's the ultimate from Persephone. That's a lot of damage. She's able to blink out. Nothing else comes of it. Osage looking, Reese, Ekmeyer looking to take the mana camp here. Here we come. Tower dive. And the Medusa appears to be the target, and they are able to successfully kill the Medusa. Osage regains the lead, about a 500 gold lead. Here comes the Cledona, though, coming in on the on her. And there's the Athena. Osage needs to look to disengage. The Athena goes in. The Athena is not able to. Uberkana takes some damage. And there's Athena. And Cledona going through the wall, looking to tower dive on the on her. She does kill the on her. And now they appear.
I challenge you.
There's a tower dive attempt. And it is 5-5. Roland-Story has about a 500 gold lead. Both teams fairly close in this match. There's the Baron SMITE ult. there's a kill. And it looks like Osage will lose, and they do lose their top lane tower. Roland-Story's lead is now over 1,000 gold. We'll see how the Green Devils respond to this onslaught from Roland-Story. And it looks like tower dive is coming, and there's a kill for the Persephone. Osage now down almost 1,500 gold as Roland-Story really looks to be turning up the tempo here in this match. There's the ultimate. Cledona going in. Cledona taking numerous tower shots. Can Osage get a kill? The Athena comes in. The tower goes down. And we still have a fight in the mid lane. The Athena takes numerous tower shots. And Osage looks to get a kill here on her. The Athena doing a nice job. She's able to flash away and nothing happens. That's an unfortunate turn of events there for the Green Devils, down about 1,800 gold. Osage needs to look to make a play here, as they are falling behind in most of the lanes but the solo lane. They may need to look to try and play through their top lane here. And here, it looks like they may have the Cledona trapped. They've got to get a kill here. They do get a return kill, and that's a big one on the Cledona. And Osage now pushing the lead back under 1,500 gold. Looks like a 3v1 could be developing for the Green Devils here. The Medusa uses her. Now Osage in. There's the ultimate. Only hits one. The Green Devils should be able to clean this up. We'll see if they're able to here. Medusa walks out the other direction. The on her comes in, and the Athena uses her ult, and there's a kill. Will the Athena fall too? Can Osage get two back and really even this up? And it appears that Chalk does a nice job of rotating. Osage is not able to pick up a second kill there. They do even the kill score and have the gold lead down to about 800 gold. Neither team has really looked to mutual objective so far. The only real difference in the match is Osage has lost 3 towers to 0 of Roland-Story. We also have not seen any trebuchets put out onto the map, even though both teams do have a trebuchet available. Gabe Moeller on the Loki. Looks like we may have a gank developing in the bot wave. We'll see what happens here with the Mulan.
The enemy has fully powered their obelisk.
Both teams have fully powered the obelisk. And a 2v1 developing. See if Reese can get out on the Mulan. He's able to use his ultimate. There's the ult. Can he get out? Reese battling 2v1. Battling 2v1. Health is still in a good space. He's able to get them. Cledona low. The Cledona disengages. Cledona comes back. There's a kill on the Cledona, and that's a big kill for Osage. Reese Ekmeyer picks up a kill. Can they clean up the Chalk here? Chalk is able to just walk away. Osage takes the kill lead, still down about 500 gold, but in this close of a match, 500 gold is slim to none. And one fight, you can see a multiple thousand gold swing. So Osage takes the lead back. They need to start looking to pressure some towers, as they've lost 3 towers to Roland-Story only hasn't lost any. But the Green Devils do take the Scorpion, and an XP game coming. Osage is able to take some camps away here. They take a void camp. And we've got a 2v2 developing here in the top lane. Athena going in. Is hit by the Kubrikana stun. Kubrikana, and there's the engage onto the on her. And here comes the Loki. And the Medusa is stuck. The Medusa, and there's the on her ult. And the on her tower. There's the blink out of the Loki. Can Osage get a kill? They do get a kill. Can they clean up the double and get the Medusa as well? And or I'm sorry, the Athena as well. The Athena doing a nice job staying alive. There comes the Persephone hitting the Loki, and here comes the Cledona. The mid rotation is good out of.
The party's this way.
The mid rotation was good out of Roland-Story. Can Osage get the kill back on the Persephone? She is not fallen yet in this match. She does fall, but there's a double kill for the Cledona, and we'll see what happens. Nothing else happens. Osage has retaken the lead, but it is a 500 gold difference, and again, a camp was stolen away. The SMITE camp stolen away by the Cledona. Doing a nice job stealing camps away, really trying to take economy away from Gabe Muller's Loki. Osage still has quite the advantage in the bot lane, as Reese Eckmeyer has successfully taken a tower. As Osage is up 800 gold, and almost I can about guarantee that gold is almost all in the top lane or in the bot lane. He successfully does take the mana camp away from the Chalk and is continuing to push. The Cledona is the next. Cledona is level 20, so she is obviously going to be one of the carries for Osage. Connor told me looking to get away. He's only level 16. That is not a fight. The Osage. Oh, there's an ultimate and a kill for the Cledona. Game is pretty much even. 600 gold difference between the two teams. And Athena is mid-wave. Oh, as the Roland-Story was able to push their trebuchet. There's the ultimate out of the Baron. They have the Cledona. The Cledona ult's back. There's the Athena ult, and a Persephone ult. Persephone ult is successful. The Green Devils get one, but it is answered with one in return. Green Devil Trebuchet does not get anywhere, and the kill count stuck at 11 to 11. Both teams just counter-punching and punching and punching back and forth, as we have a 600 gold difference right now in this match. This game could very well come down to one team fight, and what team is going to be better in the team fight phase. We're at the 25-minute mark. We have a team fight developing in the mid-wave. Looks like both teams have all 5 in the mid lane. Osage does have a trebuchet ready in the top lane if they want it, and as of yet have decided not to push it. That's something I think Osage may need to look to do if they need or want to force some pressure on the map, as so far Roland-Story's been able to dictate pressure. Again, Osage is up in gold, but the towers and map presence does push in the favor of Roland-Story. Roland-Story is now splitting. Looks like they're trying to get a 1-3-1 developing here. Trying to gain levels. The Osage bot lane or top lane is behind in levels, but pretty much everybody else, we're still up 2 levels in the solo lane, and it appears both teams, this is going to be a pretty even fight, assuming the Osage top lane can pick up a couple levels here and push this tower out. Looking to take their void camp. The Athena's there. And Roland-Story's rotating some members over. There's at least 2. They're able to get it. Tomi is able to get it. But now the Kubrikana's in some trouble. There's the on her ultimate. The Mulan teleports in. This is a big fight developing. 3v3. This is a big one. Both teams need this fight. Persephone looks to come on the backside. Persephone ult does whiff. That's a big ultimate down for Roland-Story. Multiple ults were used in that fight. Osage looking for the wraparound. They're able to steal a camp away. And another whiff. Luckily, Osage able to get away. Kubrikana is able to work away. Baron. And here comes the Cledona looking to come through the wall. Looking for the on her. Soloed up. On her is ready to fight. Here comes the sleep out of the Cledona. 2 more members rotate in. And there's 3 members here for Roland-Story looking to push the way. And Osage. And there's a lot of damage coming down. The Baron SMITE ult There's a lot of tower shots. There's the Cledona ult. Both teams waste a lot of ultimates in this fight. No one has fallen yet. Mulan is fighting. The Chak is fighting. There's just ultimates going down everywhere around this tier 2 tower. Whoever wins this fight is going to have a massive upper hand. There's the Chak ult. And both teams appear to just be disengaging. Osage still up about 700 gold. We're about 27 minutes in, and it does not appear there is any end in sight. Neither team wants to give an inch. Cledona looks to be coming in on the flank. Osage appears to not see her. Let's see what happens. Cledona takes a tower shot, and that's a big shot that will cause her to have to disengage, I believe. Well, the Athena ults in. See if Osage chooses to engage. Kubrikana is on the Athena. There's the Baron. Splash damage AoE attempt, nothing there. Cledona is still there for Roland-Story. Both teams appear to just be disengaging. Both teams spending a lot of time in this one lane. And it appears that the teams have decided not to fight over this camp anymore. Looking to take what's needed for the trebuchets. Oracles are taken. It's 11-11 at the 29-minute mark. There's still not been a single Fury or single major mutual objective taken in this match. Both teams are just throwing haymakers back and forth. This is by far the closest match we've seen for the Devils this year. Cledona trying to get away from the ult. Baron SMITE ultimate. Now the Mulan is there. The Athena comes in. The Baron looks to re-engage. Persephone comes in. Osage has got to be careful here. It's a 5-on-2. Osage should have an advantage, but there's a kill for the Persephone. Osage might be in some trouble in this team fight. There's a kill in return. Osage has to really target focus well here. Chak comes in. The Athena comes in. The Persephone. The Chak is the target. Here comes the Athena. Look, they have to look for the Persephone on the back line. Nothing happens. 1-for-1 trade. And the gold is now literally within 120 gold. This match is insanely close. There's Baron ultimate. Not much comes of it. On her ultimate. Again, not much comes of it. Loki ults in. They're looking to take down the Chak. The Chak is low. And Persephone picks up another kill. They take down the Chak, but in return they lose the Persephone. To the Persephone, she picks up another kill, and it appears Osage really needs to start focusing on the mage of Roland-Story. She's now 7-1, and we have a lot of gold going in her direction. She's now the highest gold member in the game. It has been, I think, from about the 20-minute mark on. Mulan is second, as Osage is solo lane doing a nice job. And then the junglers are within 20 gold of one another, fairly even there. Baron SMITE about 70 gold behind.
Your team has fully powered
both
the
teams
obelisk.
power their obelisk.
Fully powered their obelisk.
And both teams, again, fully power the obelisk, ready to go for a fight. Roland-Story with that latest kill on the Persephone does have about an 800 gold lead. And they look to be really starting to push Osage around here a little bit. Osage doing a nice job turtling, and we might have our first objective. It appears Roland-Story's looking to go for the gold here. And I don't think Osage is even going to contest it. And they do not. 2,000 gold lead. About 1,500 for Roland-Story. As they appear, Osage looks to be taking Pyromancer to answer back. Alright, let's see if they're able to successfully take it before Roland-Story gets here. And they will not. Roland-Story steals away the Pyromancer.
Destroyed the pyramid.
And we'll see if the Mulan is able to get out for Osage. There's 3, maybe even 4 members of Roland-Story there. And there's a kill.
They need me.
About a 3,000 gold lead developing. Osage tried to answer on the map. They did not have the map presence there. We have a fight developing in 2 different lanes. The mage, the hunter, and the 3 members of Roland-Story are there. Osage not as quick as normal on the rotations. Roland-Story doing a little bit of a job with their rotations. And the Green Devils. Guardians comes in, and the Kubrikana stuck in the Persephone ult. That is a big ultimate down as they Roland-Story looks to be sieging the mid turret of Osage. Down goes Osage's mid turret. And now we'll see what Roland-Story decides to do. They've pushed the lead to just over 4,000. And Mulan one-on-oneing the Medusa. There's the ult in return. Chalk looks to come in now, and there's a kill on the Clidona as Osage has got to start getting some answers here on the map if they don't want this one to slip away. The ultimate in. Good rotation out of Roland-Story. And there's the ult out of the Persephone. Osage able to get away. Can the Honor get a kill back in return? Multiple. There's 2. There's 3. Oh, Osage just not able to. Just a step slow, it seems, on a lot of our rotations here. Roland-Story just a step quicker. They're up 4 kills. Gold lead is over 5,000 now. And had the Medusa, and the Medusa is able to walk away. Four members of Roland-Story rotating up. Secondary on the Mulan. He's able to ult away. Persephone ults in. Clidona ults in. Multiple ults expended. And Reese does fall. Osage now down 6,000 gold as the lead is really starting to snowball for Roland-Story. It looks like Fire Giant could be on the menu for Roland-Story. See what Osage chooses to do if they choose to fight this. And they have started the Fire Giant. Not sure if Osage is going to be in position to try and steal. They will not, as the Fire Giant goes down very quickly. Osage appears to just be trying to turtle and really push this in. We're at the 37-minute mark. Roland-Story's pushed the lead over 8,000 gold now. Osage is going to have to make a couple stands here and try and get a couple kills in their tower defense. And as we found with SMITE, one battle, you can win one fight and really turn the game in the team fight phase, especially since this new update. So we'll see what Osage chooses to do. They have a trebuchet available in the top lane. They're not choosing to use it. They're looking to prep. Here comes 3 members of Roland-Story in the bot lane. There's 1 member in the mid lane. 4 members now in the bot lane as the Cledona looks to solo push in the top lane. Osage is going to have to make a choice if they're going to give up a lane or if they're going to go after one of these. They do rotate the Kuberkana over. And here we go. The lead is over 10,000 gold now. The Chalk takes a shot from the turret. Both teams just kind of posturing. I think everyone knows this fight has a lot to say as to what's going to be the overall outcome of this game. Mid Phoenix under attack. There's 2 members with the Fire Giant buff. They do take mid Phoenix. Osage rotates over. We'll see what they choose to do. Are we gonna fight here? And there is the ultimate out of the Athena. Here's a big fight brewing. And I'm not at an angle I can see. Big fight brewing. Osage gets 1. Roland-Story gets 1 in return. Osage. Ultimates flying down everywhere. Both teams. There's another for Osage. There's 2. Can they get a 3rd? If they can get a 3rd, this is a fight that, well, 2 for 1, they'll take that. As they were able to push the gold lead. It's actually up over 11,000 due to the Phoenix, but if Osage is able to rotate and get a tower or something in return, they feel pretty good about this fight. Roland-Story going after the top lane Phoenix. They take it. But now there's 2 members stuck. Can the Anher get anything back for Osage? He goes after the Medusa. 2-on-1 with the Medusa. The Medusa. And here comes the Athena. Here comes Baron. There's a kill. There's a kill in return. 1 for 1. They have to get the 2nd kill here. And then they have to look at seeing if we can get something in return. Taking towers or making a push. It's at 40 minutes. And it appears Osage will just trade 1 for 1 and call that good. Persephone ult goes wide, looking for the Loki. Alright, here we go. We have another fight brewing. Osage looking to push down mid-wave, possibly looking to take mid tower. Chalk looking to come in.
My guardian born.
Cledona looking to possibly come on. There's a kill. That's a big shutdown. Can they get the Chalk? There's the Baron. Our Titan is under attack. Connor Tomey is back trying to take that as 4 members of Osage come in on the Baron. The Athena comes in. Can we get a return kill? There's a kill. There's 2 kills for Osage. Can they take a tower now? Medusa comes in. The tower goes down. Medusa's there. There's another kill and a killing spree for Osage. It's 20-19. The gold lead now down under 10,000, but the Osage Titan is under attack, and the Cledona is looking to push waves in. It's a 4-on-4 fight on the map. Osage looking to take a secondary turret here. The Chalk is in some trouble. Osage goes in, looking to take tower shots. See if they're able to they push the Chalk off the tower. The Cledona is there. Can Osage stave off the Cledona? Cledona is battling with the Loki of Gabe Muller. And the Cledona picks up a kill. Can Connor Tomey get the kill back in return? Osage down about 9,000 gold, but this is very, very close. The Cledona looking to push in the minions. Connor just looking to take it. And here it comes. He's trying to solo the Titan. He's taking a lot of damage there and is able to disengage. There's a flash in by the Mulan. Osage looking to take and a blink out of the jungler. Osage wants to be careful not to chase too much and walk right into the team of Roland-Story. It looks like their mid Phoenix is back on the map, and that will help them stave off we are at 42 minutes, folks, and it is less than a 9,000 gold difference between the two teams. One team fight could decide this match. Roland-Story looking to come in again. Mid Phoenix about to go down. Both teams looking to push. Roland-Story now looking, they can't decide if they want to take mid turret or if they're going to go for. And Osage goes in. There's a Persephone ult. They need to focus on the Persephone. Persephone is the main damage for Roland-Story. She's able to just walk back. Osage now needs to look for the Cladona. They get the Cladona. There's a kill. There's a kill. That's a 1 for O. Osage has to keep looking, and they get 2. The only bad thing out of that whole ordeal is that the Medusa is now looking and does take the Phoenix again in that upper lane. The kills are evened up. It's about a 9,000 gold difference. There's a flash in. There's the ultimate. 2 members of Osage here, and there's a kill back. Osage gets 3 for none. Take the kill lead, push the gold lead to less than 9,000, and this is a very, very tight match once again. Osage battles back from the grip of defeat. Let's see if they're able to keep it going. Osage now looking to push. Connor Tomey's going to stay back for the Green Devils. And the Devils have to decide what angle they want to go. They might be looking to go Fire Giant, and they are. 4 members are there. There's only 2 members of Roland-Story on the map. The Persephone is one of them. If the Persephone comes, they're going to have to look to rotate off. Persephone is coming. In comes the Chakra and the Persephone. Big fight. They get the Persephone. The Loki kills, and they take the Fire Giant. That is a huge moment and a double kill for Osage. And Osage is now looking to push in. They're only down 5,000 gold. They take the Fire Giant. Connor Tomey doing a nice job clearing minion waves. And Osage has got to look to do something with this and look to push in. The Cladona is flanking. I'm not sure if the Cladona, I think, might be just trying to end the game. Osage looking to push in here. There is no tower there, so if they can get a minion wave, they can take the Phoenix. But Connor Tomey's having to push back. It looks like the Loki is going to go back. Osage goes in on the Medusa. The Medusa and the Athena. The Titan is under attack for Osage as Cladona is trying to solo it. They do get a kill on the Cladona, and the Cladona, oh, they got the Titan extremely low there. Osage is able to stave off defeat for now. See what happens here. Both teams, extremely close match, folks. Osage up in kills. They've got the gold lead down to 4,000. But again, their Titan is in very rough shape health-wise. And we'll see what happens as both teams, we're still in battle. We are at the 46-minute mark. The gold lead is under 4,000. This is a very winnable game for both teams. The problem for Osage is they have only 1 Phoenix left. If they can get both of these Phoenixes back up, they have won the last couple team fights. And it appears we have another fight brewing here. We'll see what happens. Osage down about 4,500 gold. We'll see what happens with where we're at here. Osage prepping in the mid lane here. looks like we have a fight brewing here in the mid-wave. We're at the 47-minute mark. Osage up 4 in kills. They have all their Phoenixes back, but they're still down 4,000 gold. They're still short, just briefly behind. But again, as we found, if they team fight well, good things happen. Let's see what happens here as we get into the late phase of this game. And Roland-Story appears to be really trying to put on split pressure here. Osage is going to have to pick their battle here. And there's a Persephone ult. Persephone ult's in. Oop. There's the ultimate. Mulan ult on the backside. Chalk is ulting as well. And there's the tower going down. Osage gets a kill on the Baron Samedi. Osage is up 1-0, but in the process it appears they may lose. They do lose 2 Phoenixes, and their Titan is now under attack. The Persephone is really the problem for Osage. We have to look to figure that one out. There's 3 members, now 4 members of Roland-Story rotating mid lane. They are without the Cladona though for 60 seconds, so Osage and the Persephone gets another kill. That Persephone is doing a really nice job for Roland-Story. The mage player doing it, and there's a kill. There's a huge shutdown on the Baron Samedi. Placement of the Baron, just he was too far forward. We really, in this late match, you can't have that type of misplay. And it appears the Osage Titan is going to come under siege here. And Roland-Story really positioning, trying to get in. The Osage Titan is under attack. There's the ult. And multiple ultimates going down. And there, unfortunately, the Titan health was low from earlier in the match, and Osage does fall in game 1 in 49 minutes, 22 seconds. A fairly close match. One that we just let the Persephones get a little bit too far ahead in the early game, and that led to her downfall in the late game. So, Osage, again, doing a nice job for the most part. We just got to figure out how to contain the mid lane and really work on our rotations, and I think we'll be okay in this match. So we fall in match number 1, but we have match number 2 coming up here in a few moments after a short break. We'll be right back. And we are back. We are into game number 2. Quite a few changes for Osage in the band department. And we are made a few changes in the pick and ban as well. Roland-Story keeps the exact same bans, 3 bans shot at Gabe Muller, and then they banned away the Kepri of Coley Driscoll. Osage pick up a couple new ones here as we approach with the Mulan. Or I'm sorry, for Osage we have Guan Yu as the solo laner. We have Poseidon in the mid wave. Our bot lane of Anher and Kubrakana again is the same. For Roland-Story, their bot lane is still playing Medusa. They have the Xintiang. They have Fenrir as their assassin. They have solo lane of Mulan, so we'll see how that Mulan switch goes over. And then Baron Samedi is in the mid wave. We are in the spectator delay. And I'm trying to catch my breath back from that very, very close match. So, again, for Osage, we will have Reese Eckmeyer on the Guan Yu. We will have Gabe Muller on the Nuwa. We'll have Caden Collins on his Poseidon. We'll have Anher and Kubrakana. Alright, and here we go. For, again, Osage will be on the red side. Roland-Story will be on the blue. That will not change in the spectator part. We are into game 2. Osage looking to force game 3 with, again, the state championship is on the line in this match between the top seed of Division A, Roland-Story, and Osage. The 2 seed out of the B division. As we get items placed, both teams coming out onto the map. And here we are, starting game 2. Osage trying a little bit different of a team comp here, putting Gabe Muller on a mage in the jungle instead of a true assassin. He will scale a lot better, but we'll see if that is enough of a difference. Osage has had pretty good luck against Fenrir so far, so we'll see how that goes.
Minions have spawned.
And here we go. Osage is able to clear their first speed camp. Both teams, looks like they've successfully cleared it. Down goes the red of Poseidon. Both teams just mirroring one another at the start. And in comes the Fenrir. Osage has to back away a little bit. Both teams posturing. Osage up in the levels. They both have our level 2. They've pushed their way where Roland-Story is not. And it appears we have, and they have the Fenrir trapped. And comes the Poseidon with the Baron, and there's a disengage. This mid-jungle 2v2, mid-assassin 2v2 is very explosive. The top lane, it looks like Roland-Story getting the early push once again. Osage looking at the gold coming out on the top end right now, but good start on the bot wave by Resekmeyer as he's taken an early lead. He does back, and the Fenrir looking to take another camp from Osage. Looks like he's trying to take the Osage XP camp. He disengages as Osage looks to be taking their XP camp, and successfully do. Resekmeyer pushing into Mulan. He's got to be careful as the Fenrir looks to be taking the mana camp away, and they do take it away. Now the Tower of Ku. Osage has to be careful here. Reese got to look out. He does successfully take it, and the Mulan comes in to save her Fenrir. Guan Yu is able to disengage, and Mulan is able to back away. Fenrir also backs away. Osage in some trouble in the top wave so far in the early game. And Kuberkana in with the Xintian. Xintian goes in hard. Medusa goes in hard as well. Xintian is low. And Osage really needs the Kuberkana to back. He does. Hopefully he's able to get back before anything else happens. And the pace of this game appears to be starting slow. A bit slower than game 1. Osage is up early, and both teams, and it looks like the solo lane is going to be the point of conflict once again. Teams as Osage is a bit behind right now in the mid wave, about a level behind, but they're a level up in the solo lane. The whole point of this game is just not allowing the mid lane to snowball like it did in game 1. There's a stun. The Fenrir comes in. The ultimate out of the Baron SMITE is able to hit the Poseidon. Rotation out of Mulan. Oh, he's able to hit the Nunoir. And it appears the Nunoir will go down. Nice rotation out of Roland-Story. Quick rotate out of the solo laner. And Osage, unfortunately, does fall. And the first kill of the match goes over to Roland-Story, giving them about a 400 gold lead. Gold Fury's on the map. First objective again. Only one Fury was taken. A couple Fire Gods, but only one Fury was taken in the first match. Let's see if that focus changes at all in this match. Also very little tribute trebuchets were used in that first match either. We have a skirmish developing in the mid-wave. Baron SMITE is up a level. The Fenrir does go down with the Poseidon ult, but that ult may not have been necessary there, as they have to really protect this mid-turret from falling down to the Baron SMITE. Let's see if Osage decides to try and wrap around and take this, or if they're coming for it. Oh, we have a big fight developing here, and the Medusa gets shot way up in the air. On her comes in. There's the jump. Let's see if we have an on her ult. Oh, nope, Medusa is able to just walk away. Let's see, Osage looking after the Zintian. Nope, not going to be there. Noonwalk comes in. Noonwalk drops her ultimate, but luckily for the Medusa, the Zintian are here. Nothing happens there, and it is 1-1. About a 200 gold difference at this point in the match. Osage getting a lot of nice damage down on this bot tower. And Fenrir coming towards the Noonwa. And the Guan Yu is chasing. Here comes the Fenrir, comes around the corner. Noonwa, and there is the ultimate. Nope, Fenrir does not ult. There's a kill though back over in the solo lane that we missed, or in the duo lane that we missed. And the Fenrir ults and is just able to walk away. We missed a fight down here, so I apologize for that, but we had fights brewing on both sides of the map. Roland-Story now up about 700 gold. And so far, the kills is about the only difference for both teams. Now the push is the Roland-Story way in the solo lane. Comes in. Zintian. And there's the Medusa. Zintian comes in. There's the ultimate out of the on her. On the Zintian, just not enough damage. We have a 2v2 here. Noonwa coming in for Osage. Stuns the Medusa. Can Osage get enough damage? There's the ultimate. The Medusa is captured. There's a kill. The Fenrir comes in on the backside. Let's see what happens here. It's a 3v2 still. The Kubrikana trying to stay alive. Fenrir does get the kill on the Noonwa. Can the on her get away? And no. No, she cannot. So 4-2. Roland-Story picks up 2 to Osage's 1 kill. Let's see if there's the ultimate out of... As they are really chasing the Kubrikana. There's Poseidon ult on the Fenrir. He ults to stay alive. But now the Baron SMITE does have his ultimate. Looks to come into the midway. Here comes the Guan Yu. The Guan Yu goes in on the Mulan. Both teams just walk away. And there's the Guan Yu going in. Watch out for the Zintian. Oh, there's the ult out of Noonwa. Nothing there. Zintian goes in on the Poseidon. Poseidon's just able to walk away. And there's that ability. Does not hit. The Fenrir is the target. Noonwa does not hit. Trying to take away a camp is Gabe. And the Fenrir, knowing he has 4 members here to protect him, goes back in to try and take the camp. And we're fighting over this XP camp in the midway. Oh, Guan Yu goes in. Mulan hits. There's Poseidon. The Mulan goes in. There's the Noonwa ult. There's the Baron SMITE ult, and Roland-Story just a bit quicker on the rotation. Gets the kill. The Guan Yu falls to the B-Dubs 101. And it appears both teams about 1,000 gold down now. Roland-Story off to a fast start. Fire Giant now on the map. Both teams posturing back to their lanes. Gold difference only about 900.
Your team has fully powered the obelisk.
Both teams'
The enemy
obelisks
has fully powered their obelisk.
are powered up. Really just trying to farm up here. Here we go. We have a fight brewing in the solo lane. There's Guan Yi going in on the Mulan. There's the Mulan ultimate. Mulan is low, and there's a kill over to the Guan Yu of Reese Ekmar. Now we have a fight brewing in the mid lane. There's an ultimate. But they trade ults, and then down goes the Poseidon. 7-3. Osage gets one kill and then gives it right back to Roland-Story. Looks like Osage might take the first tower of the game though in the solo lane, bot lane. Down goes the first tower. Yes. We have a 2v2 developing here. The Zentian disengages. Osage has really got to focus the Medusa if they're going in on these fights. On her postures back in the lane and really trying to do some damage on the turret, on the mid lane turret, trying to hit the Medusa. The Fenrir looks to be rotating. Looks like we have a 3-on-2 developing in the solo lane. Fenrir goes in. He ults, grabs the Anhur. Anhur is able to disengage. Nicely done by Connor Tomey. Osage's got to pressure this now. Let's see if they can get anything in return. It looks like Roland-Story has issued their first trebuchet in the mid lane. And here we go again. Anhur falls. A 3v2. Osage was just a bit too far forward there. It's 8-3 in kills as Roland-Story is up, but Osage right there in the gold, only down about 1,000. And there's a 2-man dive. The Fenrir comes in on the Kubrikana. There's another turret shot. Can Osage rotate and punish this? There's 3 members of Osage coming in. Do they choose to engage or do they just walk away? They are going to go in on the Zentian. There is another member of Roland-Story coming though. There's the Poseidon ult. Mulan comes in. Poseidon's got to get out. Baron Samedi, and there's another kill over to the solo lane, and there's another kill to the mid laner. And Osage down 10-3 now, and are down about 2,500 gold. Osage has really got to play for late game here. His mid lane is fairly even. They've got to catch up in gold with the solo lane a little bit, as the Mulan is about 50 gold ahead with a couple rotation kills. As far as the bot lane, Osage has some, or the top lane, they have some work to do in the duo lane. Towers are even at 5-5. Kills is really the only difference on the map right now. About 2,500 gold difference between the two teams. Biggest difference for the two teams is our levels right now. Osage has really just got to farm this out, play slow for late game here. We like our team fighting and do a fairly nice job in that regard, so we're just really trying to rotate through some fights here. There's a nice shot on Baron. Nice chunk of damage, but Osage looks to be losing health on the top lane tower. Down, it's 5-3, down about 2,700 gold. And the Fenrir appears to be coming in on the Guan Yu. Reese has to be careful here. He's down a level. And another kill over to Roland-Story. Osage needs to get an answer back. They do with Poseidon pinging on the map. They got to be careful here. There's 2 members coming. Nunois goes in on the Fenrir, who is a couple levels ahead. But they are 3 levels ahead in the mid lane. Or, no, that's the Zentian, sorry, that is the Guardian. They are 3 levels up there. But again, that's a Guardian versus a Mage. They should be up in that levels. Gabe goes in on the Zentian. Zentian goes in, uses his throw. He's able to get the Nunois. Nunois is able to ult away, use his ultimate. Fenrir goes back in. Osage a little slow in the rotation there. Roland-Story doing a nice job there as well. And sorry about that. As we have a team fight brewing in the mid lane. Guan Yu goes in. And there's a kill onto the Poseidon. Looking to take down the Hunter. There's a shutdown over on the... Oh, and the Guan Yu is able to... does fall. The Zentian and the Kuberkana. It's 14-5 in kills. Osage down about just under 3,000 gold. Baron SMITE. And there's a 2-man stun. The Mulan goes after the tower. Yonher trying to be careful here, as there's 3 members. The Medusa goes in after the Yonher. Osage giving up that mid lane tier 1. Nunois comes in, using her mist to try and stun. There's a stun on the Zentian. Baron SMITE is there. 4 members of each team, now 5 members of Osage are in the fight here. Down about 3,000 gold. Fenrir, again doing a nice job at 5 and 2. And finds the Nunois. Osage is able to find the Fenrir, does get a kill, and they get the kill on the Guan Yu. That's a big kill for Osage. Played a little bit of bait there to kill off the jungler. Down about 2,700 gold. The kills make it look like it's a lot bigger lead for Roland-Story, but it's not a huge lead. Osage doing a nice job of farming to keep this game close. Again, Osage almost made a full comeback from a 10,000 gold deficit in game number 1. Actually about 13,000 deficit in game number 1, so we're not going to stress too much about a 2,000 gold deficit right now. Kuberkana pushes the wave for Osage into the tower. They rotate back, do the Medusa and the Zentian, and we have a 2v2 developing again in the midway. Sorry, top lane. 2v1 on the Zentian. Here comes the Medusa. There's a throw on the Kuberkana. There's the... Both sides just... And the Medusa's rotating towards the mid lane. Nunois. And we have a fight brewing. Nunois, they are able to hit. Here comes the Guan Yu. Here's a big team fight brewing. Osage appears to be disengaging, and they do disengage. Not a fight I guess they want to take at this time. Nunois in some trouble. The Fenrir is able to hit hard. There's the ultimate. does a little damage, but not a ton. There's a Poseidon ult. That is able to do a lot of damage as they go in on the Xintian, but again, target focus is really something we got to work on here. The Fenrir does get a kill. Osage gets a kill in return. The Xintian appears to be the next target. Medusa now hit low by the Guan Yu. And now target again. Kubrikana is in some trouble. The Anher goes in, and Anher falls to the Medusa. Guan Yu ultimate goes in, and another kill goes over to B-Dubs 101 for Roland-Story. 17-7 now. Osage down over, it's almost 4,000 gold now, and it appears that they're going after the Gold Fury. Not sure Osage will be able to fight this. They may just have to give it up. At the 21-minute mark, down about 3,800 gold, but again, the Gold Fury does fall. Both teams have fully powered their obelisks. So we might see a trebuchet on the map, but trebuchets did not play a large focus in the previous game. As the solo lane for Roland-Story, it looks like they have one and are starting to push. Osage has not, I'm not sure if they've taken their obelisks yet to and the Fenrir finds the Noonwalk. Gabe has to unfortunately just disengage here. The Fenrir comes in. Here comes the Guan Yu. But I'm not sure that's a fight they want to take. There's the ult. And Fenrir comes in and gets the kill. 4,500 gold now is the deficit. Roland-Story really pushing the pace. There's Poseidon ult into the Fenrir ult. And there's another kill for Roland-Story, the Fenrir. Roland-Story now up 6,000 gold. Mulan rotating on the backside of the Osage Tier 2. And Mulan is able to disengage. Osage Tier 2 in the top lane does fall. Roland-Story is looking to really push the envelope here, as they're looking to take a Phoenix at the 23-minute mark. Fenrir takes a lot of damage. The Kubrikana hits him, but unfortunately, I don't know if Osage is going to have the damage. They're just out-leveled at this point.
Killing spree.
And there's a kill by the Baron SMITE. The mage for Roland-Story really doing a nice job. It's a strong player for Roland-Story. It's now 20-7 in kills. Osage down about 7,500 gold. And we're going to need to mount a team fight here at some point, because they're running out of towers, and the trebuchet is pushing in uncontested in the solo lane, where Osage has not been able to get their trebuchet up and going yet. Osage looks to try and take down the trebuchet in that solo lane, but in the process it looks like the Poseidon is going to get dove. He does get dove. There's his Xintian. There's a Poseidon on the tower, but there's just too many members of Roland-Story there to do anything about it. Trebuchet does fall, but in the process, Osage loses one and their mid lane tower. Guan Yu and the Medusa battling in the solo lane. The Xintian looking to rotate over. Here comes the Mulan, and Reese could be in some trouble here. Mulan does miss her ultimate. Noonwalk comes in, and here comes the Baron. Down goes Guan Yu. Baron ultimate, Noonwalk ultimate. Both teams expending a lot of ults in this fight. Osage down 10,000 gold here, and the Fenrir gets knocked up, way up Osage may have a chance here. There's the ultimate out of the on her. Does get a kill. That's a big kill for Osage. And the lead now under 10,000 gold, but they do have a 5-on-4, or it's a 4-on-4 now, with the kill and the overstay by the Fenrir. Let's see what Osage is able to get out of this, if anything. They may just have to look to turtle and take some camps. So the Fenrir already leveled 20. Gabe Muller 4 levels behind in the jungle. Roland-Story's really done a nice job focusing him in the fights. And Osage looking to take our oracles to get our trebuchet online. And red stolen away by the Medusa. And there's a ult. Both teams expend ultimates there. And it appears they're just going to walk away. As both teams look to just be disengaging and going back mid. Looks like we might have a group up fight mid lane. So about a 9,000 gold deficit, a little under 9,000. Osage. And the Pyromancer's on the menu for her, and Roland-Story takes the Pyromancer. And it appears that was... Let's see what happens here. Do they go after... Osage looking to try and maybe take a fight here. Guan Yu goes in. Him and the Mulan posture a little bit. Zentien. There we go. We got a team fight brewing. Zentien throws the Guan Yu. Poseidon disengaged. There's a Poseidon ultimate. Guan Yu does fall. Poseidon ultimate does a little, but not a ton of damage there. And Osage, unfortunately, loses 1 for 0. That's not the type of fight we need at this stage of the game. And Baron SMITE is low. But he does a nice job with his positioning again to stay in that back line and really focus on targets. Both teams looking to back here. Osage looking to push waves here as they are no longer have any towers. To Roland-Story's 5. Both teams do have their Phoenixes up, but the gold lead is back over 10,000, unfortunately, for Roland-Story. So Osage's going to have to mount another team fight here and find an answer. Trying to just get levels. The Medusa for Roland-Story looking to push in towards the Phoenix. Guan Yu looking to go in, possibly. Mulan coming. Might have a 2-on-1. There's the ultimate out of the Guan Yu. There's the Mulan grab. There's the ultimate out of Poseidon. Medusa's very low. Guan Yu. And Nunoir picks up a kill. There's the first of what Osage needs as they take down the Hunter. And Roland-Story trades that for the Primal Fury. Another Fury up 2-0 in the Fury department as they have control of about 11,000. There's the ult. There's another ultimate spent. The Baron ult hits the Nunoir, and down goes the Nunoir of Gabe Muller. There. The Baron Samedi and the Fenrir doing a really nice job, that mid-jungle duo for Roland-Story. Constantly putting pressure on the map. And we might have a Fire Giant on the menu. They do appear to have Fire Giant in their sights. I don't know if Osage is going to have the ability to fight this, as Guan Yu might be able to come in, but I'm not sure Osage wants to donate a kill over to Roland-Story at this point. Roland-Story does take the Fire Giant. That will provide a boost to minions as well as all members on the team in this team fight.
Strike true.
The Fenrir has really been the catalyst, as well as the Baron in this game. Roland-Story has played a very clean game, put a lot of pressure on Osage in the lanes. But again, we knew this was a very good team, and this was going to be a tough battle for us the whole way. Down about 12,000 gold, almost it is 13,000 now. Roland-Story looking to pressure in on a Phoenix. Osage has got to find a pick. One pick can really change the momentum of things here. You get one pick somewhere and look to take an objective, and things change. Let's see what happens here. Roland-Story looking to push in. And Osage's might have to be their last stand. There's a lot of ultimates expended. The Fenrir grabs the Poseidon. Osage looks, there's a Nunwa ult. Ults expended everywhere. The Baron is very low, but Osage is not able to find him in the back line. See what happens here. And there's a kill in the mid lane as the Poseidon oversteps a little bit and does fall to the Fenrir. And now I think the siege will be on. Kuberkana is taken very, very low. He does fall. Yonner's grabbed by the Baron Samedi ult. The mid Osage looking to fight on the backside. If they could pick up a kill in the Fenrir, they might have a chance in this fight, but it appears now Roland-Story is going to rotate off of that, as they do very, very well. And it appears they're going to push off and really chase the Guan Yu. There's a blink. And it appears the Medusa's looking to cut off the Guan Yu. Is Reese going to be able to get away? He's able to evade once. And he is not able to escape in a rampage for the Baron Samedi of Roland-Story. Nunwa drops her. Missed. There's a kill. And that may do it. There's an ultimate. Osage's got to make a stand here. We got to get a kill somewhere here if we want to make a comeback here. Poseidon goes down. And that just might not be Osage's day today. We may... Looks like we may fall to Roland-Story here, unless we're able to make a huge stand underneath the Titan. Xintian and the Fenrir going after the Titan. Osage is really going to have to come out and focus targets here. Able to get the Mulan away, but their Titan is going low. The Fenrir comes in on the Nunwa. There is a kill, but the Titan does fall. And Osage falls to Roland-Story 2-0. We will play the loser of Belmont Clemmy and Lone Tree next week in the third place match. Again, thank you everybody for watching. And again, hopefully you will join us next week in our final match of the season as we take on, as we said, the loser of of Belmont Clemmy and Lone Tree next week.